Hey, what's going on, everyone? Joshua Jones here with Good Luck, Have Fun, Magic the Gathering on YouTube, reminding you to do all the YouTube things, subscribe, hit the bell, share, comment, and like. So, we're going to switch it up today and put the Challenge Achievement Trophy first. This is what I want you to do. Make a Zegana Utopian Speaker Commander deck with Zegana as the commander. Post your deck on facebook.com/GLHFMTG. That's the GLHFMTG Facebook page. Share the post so that you can get your like count up as high as possible, because on 25 January, whoever has the most likes is going to go ahead and win a contest that we're doing where I'm going to give away one Zegana and a Ravnica Allegiance Guild Kit of your choice. So go ahead and do that. Put your deck list on there. We're going to feature that deck on the channel with the announcement of the winner videos, whoever gets the most likes on their Zegana deck. And that's how we'll do that on 25 January. I'll pick the winner and then give me about a week to put the stuff together. So by the first week in February, whoever the winner is will post your deck. And then whenever they release those Ravnica Allegiance Guild Kits, we'll send them out to you. That was a lot of words, but I basically think you got the message here. Challenge Achievement Trophy to you all. Now let's jump into the deck tech for today. Continuing putting this into the category of 32 of 32, number 7, Azorius, the blue-white combination. You may have guessed it, but we're going to go ahead and do the Store Championship promo. I'm calling this deck Everything is Fine, ... It's Lavinia, Azorius Renegade, 1 white, 1 blue for a 2/2 human soldier that states each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than the number of lands that player controls. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. So some hate bear action going on over here, and we're going to kind of follow that theme along with this deck tech today, even though this is not my playstyle whatsoever, and try to give you guys a nice good one if you like the Azorius combination and you like hate bears in general. So here we go, jumping off with the foundation of the deck. We're running some ramp, so we got 10 ramp spells in the deck, mixed everywhere between 1 mana and 5 mana, all in the mana rock situation, because we don't have green, so what are you gonna do? And then of course, after we ramp it out there, we want to have some utility with our ramp too, being able to get us lands into place, bodies, draw cards, etc., because that's our kind of controller's style. We're going to move on to the removal of the deck, which is going to be split between sweepers and targeted removal, as you see here. And then, of course, Reality Shift, Condemn, Swords of Plowshares, and Path to Exile to deal with problem creatures. And bringing it up on the utility wipe lands, returning everything to everybody's hands except for yours with Cyclonic Rift, non-land permanent removal with Hour of Revelation, and Cleansing Nova and Austere Command to give us some utility removal there. Then we're going to go ahead and refill our hand, because we need cards in our hand to be able to continue to play out spells and whatnot. So we're splitting that into 3 different categories, as you see here with this enchantment based land draw, or draw cards rather. So Mystic Remora and Rhystic Study, the type of deck that we're playing, your opponents aren't going to be able to pay for these ever. So you'll see that in a minute, but essentially these are going to draw you plenty of cards. Then we're doing Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time as the 2 delve cards in the deck. They conflict with one another because we're not going to have too many things to delve out too often, but you're not going to see both these cards in every game, so just to kind of spread it out there. And Sphinx's Revelation and Blue Sun Zenith for the X card draw spells, and then of course gain some life and shuffle back in. Then we're running 2 Planeswalkers, primarily as removal, but they also bring the other utility like Planeswalkers do with them, and 2 creature card draw action spells as well. Alright, so for our game plan for this deck, we're going to go ahead and make all of our opponents' stuff cost more. So whether that's they have to pay more to play spells of a certain type, or they have to just play more to play spells in general, and they have to pay more to attack us. So in the case of Nord's Annex, Windborn Muse, and Baird, Steward of Argive here, they have to pay more to attack us. And then, of course, Fear of Safety, Propaganda, and Ghostly Prison. That's our game plan cost more. Let's move into our game plan cannot package. Torpor Orb's probably the most underplayed card in Commander. This card shuts off ETBs altogether, so it's pretty nasty. And then Avid Mind Sensor to just stop people from searching their whole libraries and just looking at the top 4 instead. Then we have Authority of Consuls, Blind Obedience, Thalia, Heretic, Cathar, and Kismet, just to make things come into play tap so that they cannot attack us right away or cannot use their stuff right away either. Finally, we're running Ashes of the Abhorrent. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to stop saying card names in general, but hey, I'll keep trying because that's what it is. Grand Abolisher, Crawl Space, and Solemnity. So these are all just can't do certain things, so graveyards, play on your turn, more than one creature's attacking or getting counters. That wraps it up with cannot. Let's move on to our counters. These are the 5 counter spells we're running in our deck to prevent people from interrupting our cannot and cost more plan. Alright, utility. So all these slots you can kind of do what you want with, like every other slot in the deck, I guess, but I'm running a package of protection with Lightning Greaves, Darksteel, Plate, and Swiftfoot Boots. Just to get that Indestructible's great there against board wipes. You know, our commander's going to be able to stay out there. And then, of course, Greaves and Boots, because Greaves and Boots. And then, finally, for creating control, we have Search for Escanta, just to kind of like fill our graveyard up and make sure we're getting what we want in our hand to flip it over to get non-creature, non-lands, which we have plenty of those in the deck. Lumark Ascension's going to be pretty easy to get quest counters on there with everything costing more to attack us, and we're going to have trouble losing life, and then just be able to dump 2 mana into that to create 4/4s whenever we want at that point is just going to be great. Humility, honestly, I just put that in there because I thought it'd be kind of funny to have everything just be 1/1s, and we're just kind of like 1/1 in the rest of the game out until somebody can get rid of this thing. It's pretty hilarious, I think. Alright, finally, alternate win conditions with mechanized production and Approach of the Second Sun. So, you know, I like alternate win conditions. It's Azorius, so I'll just stick these in there. The primary win condition of this deck is Approach of the Second Sun, so that's pretty much how you're going to be winning every game. And people are going to be like, this is baloney or whatever, but, you know, whatever. I like it. Alright, for the landing, we're running 38 lands in the deck. We have 8 islands and 8 plains, accompanied by a bunch of dual lands and some utility lands to get rid of other problem lands and to get rid of graveyards, respectively. 38 lands in total. Let's move on to considered but cut in this deck. So I considered land ban over mechanized production, but went with mechanized production because I think it'd actually be easier to get 8 artifacts that are the same than to draw out your whole deck. Moat, I didn't run in the deck, even though it does kind of belong in this deck because it's like $750,000. And then I didn't want to overload on Planeswalkers, so we have 2 Planeswalkers in this deck, but this deck can support a mad amount of Planeswalkers because it's difficult for our opponents to attack, but I didn't want to like flood out on Planeswalkers, so you could do that if you wanted to. I'm not running any land destruction in the deck or any kind of like combination of cards that destroy all of your opponent's stuff but keep all yours, but if you wanted to, you could. It's just land destruction is not my thing. Paragon Drake, Navigator, Paradox Engine, and Omniscience. So these are infinite mana combos, which you could definitely use to like draw, make everybody else draw out in the case of the draw spell that shuffles back in, and then like just use your mana efficiently. And Omniscience would be kind of funny in the deck because you could just play things for free, but your opponents can't when your commander's out. You can run these if you wanted to. I decided against it. I'm not running any tutors or quick look at the top of your library in like get what you need type of effects because this isn't like a quick combo-y type of deck, so just not running tutors and any one-off effects for getting cards into your hand. Finally, not running any enchantment-based protection or removal spells, and no one-off effects on getting cards back or protecting yourself spells. And I say finally, but we actually have one more set here with Ulamog. I don't like Annihilator. I don't want to take extra turns. I don't want to eliminate your commander temporarily, or not temporarily rather, but I don't want to give you the choice of not putting your commander back in the command zone, hence the Imprisoned in the Moon. I just don't want to do it. And then Detain I don't find as a fun mechanic whatsoever. Oh, and one more sneaking in here. So Stasis, Winter Orb, and Static Orb. It's just it slows the game down, and there's not really a point to it. Like it's a universal effect, so you know I can't do anything, you can't do anything, and it's just awful. And then if you don't have any cards in your hand, that's not the kind of stacks and hate bear we want to do. Like because if you have like a way to win the game in the deck and you wanted to use these, cool. But, you know, I mean, do whatever you want. It's Commander. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. But I'm not doing it in this deck. But here they are. All right. ... No one likes me. So that's the name of this deck. Everything is fine. No one likes me. This deck's going to cost you $360 on tcgplayer.com, and you can check the deck list out at MTG Goldfish like usual, 1535520. That's Lavinia, Azorius Renegade for you. A little 2/2/2 hate bear style stack C type of commander. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all that I have for you today. So just remind you to do the YouTube stuff one more time and go out for the challenge achievement trophy. Make this Zegana deck, post it, get the most likes. You're gonna win. You're gonna be featured on the channel. I'm Joshua Jones. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Have fun.